Hi everybody, I'm Heather from Two Hearts, and we miss our kiddos, we miss our family, we miss our community, but we are glad that everyone is staying home and being safe and taking care of themselves. We wanted to share a book. I thought I would read a book that came out of the Two Hearts community. We had a writing camp one summer, and a bunch of teens attended, teens who all live with congenital heart disease, and 6 of them collaborated and decided to write a children's book together. They kind of wanted to write the book that they didn't have as a child. So it turned into a really, really beautiful piece, and I thought I would read it for the young ones today. Get my glasses. Okay. It's called Connected at the Heart. Can you see? Okay. Timmy dragged his feet as he walked to the car, clutching blues to his chest. "At least you don't have to get dressed for school today," his mom said, trying to cheer him up. But the truth was, nothing could make him feel better. Timmy was headed to the hospital. Again. "No one understands how I feel," he whispered to Blues. There's Blues. It had been a while since Timmy's heart surgery, and Dr. Heather wanted to see how he was recovering. Although Timmy's scar had faded, Although Timmy's scar had faded, his fear hadn't. He hated hospital visits. He knew he would be pricked and prodded, and somewhere along the way, he would hurt. "I am the only one with congenital heart disease," he thought. Have any of you ever felt that way? I sure did. I still do sometimes. At the hospital, he waited nervously to begin the day's test. Unexpectedly, a girl plopped down in the chair next to him. "Hi, I'm Jade. What's wrong?" "I'm nervous. I haven't been to the clinic in a long time." Do you guys ever get nervous going to the clinic? "Oh, yeah. I used to be nervous on clinic days, too. It can be scary at first, but the doctors always make sure you're okay, and they're really good explaining what all the machines do. Sometimes they even let you listen to your own heartbeat." Timmy smiled as he thought of the big machine in a new, less scary way. After they sat in silence for a minute, Timmy looked back at Jade and pointed at the pale line on her chest. "Is that your scar?" "Yeah, it's still healing. It'll fade. But it's kind of cool. All of us have them, see?" Jade pointed to 2 boys across the room who were laughing and arguing over whose scar was cooler. Timmy's mom came over to get him. "Echo time." "Bye, Timmy. Good luck," Jade waved as he followed his mother out of the waiting room. "Hi, I'm Natalie," the echo tech said as she helped him onto the exam table. "Do you want to watch a movie, or would you rather see the images of your heart?" "My heart, definitely," Timmy said. "Okay, I'm going to put some gel on your chest and then use this wand to see inside your chest." Timmy frowned. "Will it hurt?" "Nope, but it might get a little uncomfortable at first. It may be cold and slimy." After a minute, Natalie added, "You know, I remember clinic days when I was your age." "Were you born with heart disease?" Timmy asked, surprised. "Yep, I remember the echo the most, and being scared. An hour felt like a lifetime. Natalie rolled her eyes. Tim, Timmy relaxed as he settled in to watch his heartbeat, steady and strong. "Are you bored yet?" asked Natalie. "A little, but seeing my heart makes me calm," he said. An hour later, Timmy was done, and he was happy to get the ultrasound goo off his chest. I hate the feel of that stuff. "Looks like blood works next," Natalie said, sending him off with a smile. Timmy rocked back and forth as he waited and worried about what was to come. "I hate this part." A girl walked out of the lab, stopping when she noticed Timmy. "Don't worry, it's just a quick poke, and then you're done." Timmy stopped rocking and took a deep breath, still a bit unsure. "Thanks." "No problem. By the way, I'm Eloisa. I used to get scared like you, but trust me, it gets better as you get older." She gave him a wink and walked away. After having his blood drawn, Timmy was more than happy to get his EKG done because he knew it would be easy. All he had to do was lie still for a few minutes with stickers on his chest. Not only was it quick, it was his last test before seeing the doctor. When Dr. Heather, Timmy's cardiologist, walked into the exam room, she went over to the day's test results. Using words he could understand, then she looked at Timmy and smiled. "So, do you have any questions for me?" Timmy had never gotten a chance to ask the doctor questions before. He wasn't even sure he wanted to know the answers. But this was his chance to finally be in control. "Actually, I do have a question." He sounded more confident than he felt. "Can I play sports?" "Yes, you can," said Dr. Heather. "Just not competitively. Don't push your limits, though. Anything else?" "One more. It's important. Timmy paused. "Will I be able to ride roller coasters?" "That wouldn't be safe at this point," Dr. Heather frowned. "Maybe later, after your cath." Disappointed, Timmy stopped listening to the doctor, trying hard not to cry. "I can't ride roller coasters?" He repeated the news over and over in his head as he pictured his next school trip, watching everyone else have fun while he sat alone on the sidelines. That can be a tough feeling. Back in the waiting room, Timmy realized he had one more question. "What's a cath?" he asked his mom. "I can answer that," an older boy in the seat next to him answered. "Hi, I'm Ethan. I just had one yesterday. A cath is just a tiny camera in a tube that the doctor uses to explore inside your heart and take pictures. But don't worry, you won't feel a thing because you'll be asleep." "Oh, thanks." Because Ethan seemed so friendly, Timmy decided to ask him one more thing. "Can you ride roller coasters?" "No," Ethan said sadly. "And believe me, it's a huge bummer. But now I'm all about the water parks. I've figured out that when the doctor says I can't do one thing, I just figure out something else I can do. It's hard sometimes, but I make it work." After Ethan left, Timmy felt better. So when his mom suggested they get something to eat, he was ready. In the cafeteria, Timmy ate his chocolate gelato and watched a girl across the room as she goofed around with a friend, pretending to be a robot. What's she wearing? Timmy asked his mom. That's a Holter monitor. You're going to get fitted for one next. If there were anything that Timmy had learned today, it was that CHD kids help each other. Overcoming shyness, he walked up to the robot girl. Does it hurt? He asked. The Holter monitor, I mean. The girl pulled at the neck of her shirt so he could see the round stickers connected to the wires. Not at all. They just put sticky pads on your chest and you wear it for a couple days. Cool, right? She held her hand out to him and introduced herself. I'm Talia. If you want, I can show you some of my robot moves. Timmy and Talia laughed as she showed him her moves, and they made up some new ones together. Timmy couldn't wait to wear his Holter monitor to school. People think that is really cool, I'm sure. The long day was finally over when Timmy exited the equipment lab all wired up like a powerful cyborg. As his mother gathered their things to leave, Timmy hugged Blues and thought about everyone he had met and the advice and kindness they'd shared. While they walked past the heart clinic waiting room, Timmy noticed a little boy with a frightened look on his face. Imagining just what he was feeling, Timmy walked over and handed Blues to the young boy. Here, this might help, he said with a smile. It gets better as you get older. And remember, and always remember, you're not alone. And that's true. Then, of course, the kids decided to add a glossary. And then this is my favorite part about the authors. These are the actual kids who wrote this book. They wrote it all by themselves. It was the coolest thing I had ever experienced, watching them collaborate and come together. They all identified with each other and recognized each other's talents, and it was pretty amazing. You can get this book on Amazon.com, and it's a wonderful book for any youngin' who is living with CHD, and it's pretty special. And we're pretty proud of the kiddos, and we're pretty proud that we got to be a part of it. Everybody stay safe, keep laughing, and wash your hands. Okay, bye.